Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I just did a video on how to make this item where the shape tool wasn't working, and I stated in that I could help her redraw it. She might not need help redrawing, but while I was just sitting here, I thought there's a tool that a lot of people might not know you can do. And this is kind of off center, and that might be the case, but I'm going to take the 3-point curve line. I'm going to hold down, and then I'm going to use the control button to get that kind of an arc. Well, right up here, you can add arrows. We're going to add an arrow on that side, and we're going to add an arrow on this side, and then we're going to change that line to like 16 points. Look at that. I drew the arrows on the side of and you could still change them. Let's make them 12 points. And then what I would do is go object, convert the outline to an object, and left click. Well, let's see what I did wrong. Let me back up here. Select it all. Why won't it let me select it all? Well, it's a line, so let's go convert the outline to an object. Then I can left click, right click, and look at that. So now let's move her drawing out of the way, and let's put this in the center of the page. And I purposely didn't draw it perfect because, I mean, you could make it perfect. You know, you could rotate it and make it perfect. But then we need to draw across. And if we want it to be kind of the same, let's get and I'm gonna change this to a hairline. This is her file. I'm going to change it to a hairline, and I'm actually going to change it to red, and I'm actually going to change her with nothing selected. I'm going to change her pen tool to go to graphic. I'm going to draw in hairline, and I'm going to draw in red. That's just me. You can draw it black. But to me, a hairline is easier to measure. So we're going to get the parallel dimension tool, and we're going to see that this thing is 0.22. So we're going to draw a rectangle and make it 0.22. So now we're the same thickness. Now we can make it we can unlock the ratio, and we can make it 2.5 inches long. That might not be enough. We could always stretch it. Then let's Control D and make a duplicate. And I've gone over this a lot of times. Change your duplicate distance to 0, 0, and save it as default, because this is the exact Y. Control D and make a duplicate and rotate it 90 degrees. And then with your ratio still unlocked, we'll make this let's make it 2 inches. See where I'm going there? Let's make it 1.75. Now I'm going to move this to the top, and I'm going to go ahead and weld that together. See what we did? Now I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page, and look at that. We've actually got it, and we could have probably welded it before. Let's see if we can weld it again. See if it'll let us work. And it did. Now, this one has a little bit of a point right in the middle. And if you look at all the nodes there, we've actually got a little hiccup there. So I'm going to take that and delete that. I'm just going to kind of get close to the center. I'm going to double click and put a node, and then come off this edge and double click, put a node, and then come off this edge and kind of double click and make a node. Now I'm going to turn this one, I'm going to right click and turn it into a line. Probably have to turn all three of them into a line. And then grab that middle node, and you could put it wherever you wanted. Now, it kind of messed that up, but we could right click and turn this into a curve, and then just, well, I don't know why I did that. Let me back up here, because all of them should have been lines. Let's do all 4 of them into lines and see what happens. There we go. Now we can take that one, and it's going to work. And then all you do is take an ellipse, and we probably need to, this is a good thing you could do. We can elongate this by taking the shape tool and grab all these nodes and start moving and hold down the control button. The control button won't let you get too much off center. So we're going to go like to right there, and we can go anywhere we want with it. We're going to take an ellipse, and we're going to hit, well, we don't have to. We'll just put it right. That may be too big. If I hold down the shift key, it'll grow inside of each other. And then I'm going to take another ellipse, Control D, and make a duplicate, holding down the shift key. Now, a lot of times this isn't going to weld because this is not an object. So if you wanted this to weld, let's see what our nudge factor is. This is about less than an inch. We'll set it on 1 inch. We'll move these two out of the way, and we'll get the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And what that'll do is it'll make one copy or one object. Then we can left click, no fill, right click, outline. So now let's see if it'll weld. And if it doesn't weld, it's no big deal. But you can see it did, but it's really kind of messed up. So let's do this. It's always, by the time you sometimes figure out how to weld something, you could just delete lines. Now, whenever you do something like that, take your Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and then that makes it solid. Now, it's still a little bit out of kilter, left click, right click, and that's the one thing good about the shape tool. We can still grab all these nodes and just kind of go move it up. Now, the rope, that's just, I guess that's a hook, but that's almost just 2 lines and a half of a circle will do that. Anyway, and then if you fill that in with black, it'll really make it show off. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.